What's going on, guys? Nathan here, and today I'll be showing you how to make the best medium rare steak. First, you have to get your steak. Then you need to get a cutting board to cut off the fat, but people don't do that, but for me, I like that. Okay, let's get the cutting board. Okay, so now that we have the cutting board, we will also need to get a knife. You can choose any knife, but the sharper one is better. Okay, so I have my steak here. So usually I don't like the fat on my steak because it's a bit slimy, so let's get that off it. You can use that later on for when you cook the steak, because you can use that as the butter. Okay, so now you have your steak. I did a little time lapse because I'm sure you guys don't want to see me cutting a steak the whole time. These are the leftovers. They're a bit hardened with fat, so I don't like that, so I took them off. Now we will need some salt and pepper to put some flavor into the steak. Okay, let's get the salt. Now when you have the salt, you will need to use one teaspoon of salt to put on one side and then for the other side. But if you think it's a bit too much, then put less. Okay, so let's get the teaspoon. Once you have your teaspoon, you can put some salt. This is a bit awkward because it's good. A little time up there because we had some technical difficulties. So as you see, my salt is a bit bigger, but we can do for both sides. You really have to massage the salt in there because you need to treat your steak very well. So once you think you've got enough salt on both sides, you can get some pepper to also put some more flavor. So once you have the pepper, you will need, like I said, 1 teaspoon pepper is a lot, so you can put them for 1 for both sides. And if you think you have too much, don't put it all. But for me, I think I got it enough. And like you did it with the salt, really massage it in. So you have to treat your steak very well. So now you have to move everything back because you need a clean workbench for whenever you're doing the work. So I'll be right back with you. Okay, so once you have your clean workbench, you have your beautifully seasoned steak, you will need to get a pan. Any pan would be good, but a non-stick one is the one I like to use. Yeah, it doesn't fit in there, but okay, here. And now usually I would put the thing on to 7, but if you don't have this, then I don't know. Okay. Now you need to get 1 tablespoon of butter into the pan. So once I think this is right around enough. So once you have your butter, you would need to put it on you have to put the pan with the butter onto the fryer. So now we're onto the part where we actually cook the steak. So I normally like to use some sort of flipper or whatever you like, but a flipper is pretty good. So usually moving the butter around is pretty good for steak because you need to have it fully melted before you put your steak in there. So now once you think you've melted everything, well, the butter's melted, you will need to get your flipper out of the way and get your steak. If you, I don't know if you can hear it, but if you can, you need to hear the sizzle, and then that means it would be perfect. Okay, so you need to put a timer for 4 minutes and 30 seconds because that's for the perfect steak. Timer on. Now I'll time lapse this and show you at the end. Make sure to flip the steak around and about just to make sure that you make the perfect steak. So once the timer is off, turn off the pan, and your steak should look very nice and crusty. Now what we're going to do is get a plate. A nice little plate. Put it somewhere up. Get the pan. And the phone, so I can record. And put the steak on there. So now that you have the steak, now is just a moment of truth to see if it is medium rare and perfection. And as you can see, let me cut once more. You can see it is cooked to absolute perfection, and it is absolutely medium rare. So thank you everyone for watching my video. Hope you like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.